Hey, check this out. This isn't really day 3. It's probably like a week since the last time I did it because I just kept getting busy. But then I realized I was falling into the same trap. I want to document everything, not from some vainglory, but to do 2 things. One, so when you see it, you know, God, man, I didn't do what I said I was supposed to do. You're not alone. You're absolutely normal. However, just because you and I don't do what we say we're going to do, and that's normal, it still doesn't help us in our goal to accomplish whatever it is we want to accomplish. And so for this conversation, grow the business, right? And so what I'm learning is that growing a business in terms of being successful isn't as difficult as people make it seem. Primarily because if you have a legitimate problem, there's somebody out there that'll want it. The question is, can you make them aware of it? Can we get it at a price that they would want? Can we get their trust and have them try it? And then can we alleviate whatever pain or problem they're solving, right? Those things. For the most part, most ideas that people have, I imagine, are halfway decent, right? Like it'll help somebody. What we typically fail at, or what I even struggle with, is the consistency. Like if I say I'm going to post every day and document the journey, and I don't. I say I'm gonna reach out to X number of potential customers a day, a week, a month, and I don't. Then you end up sitting in the same place, which is what's happened, right? But I know that if I overcome that, or if you overcome that, or if we overcome that on the other side of that is success being measured in business as profit and revenue. And how I know that is because for the first 3 businesses that I had to close down or that failed, I didn't do it. I took those lessons, put it to the forefront, which was Self Institute, and grew that to over $1 million in revenue in the first year of its operation, right? And now it's because at that point, I needed to make money, right? I needed to have a win under my belt, right? And so I got rid of all the surface level stuff, the website didn't have to be sexy. The business cards didn't have to be sexy. It didn't matter how many times the people that I thought I needed to get the business to grow put me off. Because like one guy who I really needed, because I knew that if I got him, it would unlock the other things I need for the business. He blew me off 4 times, and he liked me. We set up 4 different meetings on 4 different occasions, and each time he didn't show. And then the last time when he did it, he was actually like 20-30 minutes late for that meeting, but I stayed there, and he walked through it and almost walked past me. And I was like, "Hey, I am here." And he said, "Well, I'm walking on my way to another meeting." I said, "I'll walk with you." And while we were walking towards the other meeting and we were talking, I think for him at that point, it was either, hey, I believe in this guy, or B, he's not going to leave me alone. So then he made an introduction that ended up being the catalyst for everything growing. But I had to be consistent and relentless, right? But it's very difficult to be consistent and relentless when you're comfortable, right? So like right now, I'm comfortable because I have the job where I get to help veterans, which is something that has always been important, but even more so been more important when I see that there's an actual impact that can be made. But I need both to be true. I believe that MegRelief can help the 58 million people struggling with pain. I believe that it's better than most things out there. I believe that because of its non-addictive nature and none of the chemicals, that it is actually better for the body. No one knows this. And it may legitimately take me 5 years to penetrate. But what I do know is several hundred people have bought it, and many of those have enjoyed it. And 100% of the sales this year, over 90% of the sales this year have been from repeat customers, right? So now I need to be consistent. So this is about that. So I'm gonna call this day 3, but you and I know it's not day 3. It's probably like day 23, but it's the 3rd day of me recording. And I promise to commit to the recording. I just have to get over the fact that when I didn't do what I said I was going to do, or didn't accomplish what I said I was going to accomplish, still be honest and transparent with that. But don't stay there. Get to be more consistent. And so that's the goal. Also, I want to get consistent on my health too, right? So this is the biggest I've ever been and the most unhealthiest I've been in my life. So I'm not going to talk about that every day because, 1, you don't care. However, you may also be thinking about your own health too. So we're going to journey together to be consistent in our finances, in our business, in our health. For me, in my relationship with Christ, with my family, and then for you, whatever else things that you deem important. Okay. All right. So you got this. We got this. We're going to do it together. And, we'll see each other on the other side. All right. Peace.